Hello, it's been a while, but today I'm going to take all of you back in time to a mysterious era known as the early 2000s. Hi, I'm Joe Rep, and welcome to the pitch, and to Team Whatever, and to the Nintendo Gamecube, the most revolutionary system ever created by Nintendo at the time. You've been selected to be one of the first people to develop games for this game-changing game system. So we here at Nintendo have sent you this video to tell you how to make your game the very best game it can be. After all, with the Nintendo GameCube, our motto is, think inside the box. Get it? First off, you can't develop for this like you develop for other consoles. If you're not pushing this console to the extreme, then you're doing it wrong. You gotta be willing to change things up, add new mechanics, make 2D games, 3D games, double your character roster, double the amount of those characters that are on the screen at once. Make your graphics ultra realistic, or use a creative art style, but that probably won't be appreciated until like 5 or 10 years from now, so best to stay away from that. Besides, we're not trying to create art here. We're trying to create something so edgy and revolutionary that people will need to buy it. Your action platformers, they're going to need some shooter elements. Your stories are going to need to be unnecessarily complicated. Your villains need understandable motivations. Your anti-heroes need their own games. And your regular heroes, they need to be werewolves or ghost hunters or something creepy and dark and edgy. It's the early 2000s, people. Edgy is always good. Moving on, let's talk about scale. You want players to feel overwhelmed with the sheer size of the worlds you can create. And if you can't do that, here's a few tricks to make it feel like you can. First up, make your character super tiny. That way you can just drop your character in the middle of a living room or a small forest, and they'll feel like they have this large area to explore. Another trick is text. Just write out a ton of lore for every small, minute thing in the world you create, and people will feel like it has depth. You can fit so much text on a GameCube disc, so what you need to do is fill your game with text about every single thing in the game, and make collecting all that lore part of the game itself. It'll drive people crazy, but it'll be worth it. And if all else fails, there's one final secret that will make your GameCube game an absolute hit. And that secret is water. What? You see, the GCN is capable of realistic water physics like no other system. That's right, you can't do this on your Dreamcast. Suck it, Sega, you're developing games for us now. Because we have good water physics, and any excuse to show off those good water physics is a good thing that you want in your game. Boats, islands, fishes, dolphins, beaches, oceans, oceans, oceans as far as the eye can see. So that's it. Everything you need to make your glorious little GameCube game. Lots of water, lots of text, tiny, edgy anti-heroes that fight sympathetic bad guys in ultra-realistic graphics that by the time of the Wii won't look all that realistic, and you'll wish you had gone with the artistic style instead. Oops.